decided. Eastwood is your 6A champion, El Dorado your 5A Division I champion, and Isleta your 4A champion. But Division II and 5A is still up for grabs. Del Valle has already clinched a share of that title, but Andress and Chapin, with wins tonight, could claim a share. And that sets the stage for our game of the week. The Chapin Huskies taking on the Hanks Knights. Both teams already headed to the playoffs, but seeding and a possible district title are on the line tonight at Excalibur Stadium. The atmosphere is electric. It's Friday night, and this is ARC Red Zone. Here we go. Both teams entering this one at 6-3 on the season. The Huskies 6-1 in district play. The Knights at 5-2. First quarter, Chapin on the doorstep. Davian Singleton keeping it himself, and the UTEP commit showing off that speed right there as he lowers his shoulder into the end zone for the Chapin touchdown. 7-0 Huskies. But Hanks marches right down the field, and they give it to Austin Ducher, who punches it in from a couple of yards out and ties the game at 7. And how about checking out that red moon out there tonight? A little bit of a fun night out there. Next Chapin possession, the Huskies inside the 5. This time it's Joshua Martell right up the gut and in for the Husky touchdown as Chapin regains the lead. Second quarter, Singleton looking to pass. He takes the shotgun snap, looking deep, takes a shot towards the end zone. Corwin Martin goes up and makes the incredible catch over the head of the defender. Chapin with a big-time score right there, but the following drive, it's Jordan Morales firing towards the sideline. Zach Kania makes the catch inside the 5 and into the end zone for the Hanks touchdown. Later in the quarter, it's Singleton in the shotgun once again, handing it to Carlos Garcia, who cuts it upfield, spins out of a tackle. Garcia makes a man miss. How about that? Garcia in for the touchdown. He would not be denied the end zone. 35-14 going into halftime, but in the second half, Hanks would make a little bit of a comeback as you see Davian Singleton taking that one in for the touchdown. Hanks got themselves right back into this ball game, making it a one-score game going into the final few seconds of that game. And in the end, it would be Chapin with a chance to win it. And they would kick the game-winning field goal to take this one 52-50. And after the game, we caught up with their head coach, Marco Chavez. Sorry about that, we didn't have that one there. But anyway, Chapin wins the share of that title. They win the share of the Division 5, the 5A Division II title. And now that means Andress has the opportunity to make a 3-horse race. We'll have that highlights and more coming up after the break. Sorry, I totally...
Gentlemen, shake hands. Have a good game. Good job. There.
Right here. Sorry about those opening difficulties to start the show, but welcome back to ARC Red Zone, everyone. The Ysleta Indians took down Riverside a week ago in a showdown for the 4A district title. That victory has the Indians now at 9-0, and tonight Ysleta has their eyes set on an undefeated regular season. So to Beatty Samang Memorial Stadium we go, where it was senior night and military appreciation night for Bowie as they would host Ysleta. First quarter, Rodrigo Martinez on the move for the Indians. He's got all day to throw, and he'll fling it to David Mendoza, who makes the catch in the end zone for the touchdown. Make it 7-0 Ysleta. And the Bowie offense just could not get anything going as that one falls incomplete. They give it right back to the Indians. And on the ensuing drive, Daniel Torres making things look easy as he takes it in for the score. Second quarter, Martinez corrals the high snap, makes a couple of defenders miss, and there he goes. Martinez snatching ankles on his way for 6. Make it 20-0. The Bears just trying to get something going on offense. Johan Camacho, tons of time, but can't find a receiver, and it's another punt for Bowie. And Ysleta would cash in once again. This time, it's Martin Castro getting in on the scoring fun, and in the end, Ysleta runs away with this one and finishes the regular season at 10-0. Making the final score 45-6 in that one. To the riverfront now, where the 5-4 Fabens Wildcats took on the hometown 7-2 Riverside Rangers. First quarter, Carlos Rojas, big week last week in the loss. Here he goes once again on the quarterback keeper. Looks like he's going to be absolutely stuffed, but somehow he gets out of that. Houdini from the junior, making defenders miss, and he'll break free and take that one all the way for the touchdown and gives the Rangers the early lead. The Wildcats would be forced to punt, and on that punt, it is going to be blocked. Riverside comes up with that one in the end zone. Special teams making big-time plays for the Rangers. 4th and goal now for Fabens. They're going to go for it. Ismael Rodriguez fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete, and the lead remains 14-0. Second quarter, it's Rojas once again on the quarterback power, following his blockers. He could go all the way. Big time touchdown as Riverside runs away with this victory, 52-7, and they end the regular season at 8-2. To the sack now for a clash between the Americas Trailblazers and Bel Air Highlanders. Start of the second quarter, the handoff to Cameron Johnson. Johnson bounces this one to the outside. He'll turn the corner inside the 15, 10, 5, touchdown Trailblazers. Then the next possession, Bel Air trying to respond. Austin Mendoza out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He's forced to step up into the pocket. Sidearm pass to Marquette Beard, who breaks 2 tackles. Make that 3. Beard would not be denied the end zone right there. Touchdown, Bel Air. America's back with it now. You can see the fans enjoying that one right there. America's back with it. It's Emiliano Gonzalez surveying the field. He'll dump it down to Maurice Edwards, who's got tons of space in front of him. He'll have a first down inside the red zone. Then a couple of plays later, it's Edwards on the handoff, breaking tackles, and he'll outmuscle this defender on his way for the touchdown as America's goes on to take this one as well. To El Paso taking on Burgess. Both these teams out of the playoff hunt, so trying to end the season out on a high. Marcus Sanchez takes the snap. He'll quickly toss that one out to Nezahul Cisneros, who's going to make a couple of nice moves right there. Cisneros across midfield. He'll take this one. Nobody is going to catch him, and he'll take that one for the touchdown. Flag girls are enjoying it right there at Burgess. El Paso now with it. They're going to set up the screen pass to their wide receiver. He's going to make a nice move right there for a big chunk across midfield inside the 30-yard line. Make that inside the 10-yard line, which would set up first and goal. We got their running back, number 22, trying to get that name for you as soon as possible. He'll just bombard everyone. The big fella taking that one in for the touchdown. And in that one, it'd be Burgess, the Mustangs, taking it 27-14, the final score. Up to Canutillo versus Andress. The Eagles make that the Golden Eagles of Andress. They're both Eagles there, looking to get that share of the District 1 5A title. It's Jamari Milton lofting that one to the end zone. How about that one? Beautiful throw right there as Andress takes the 7-0 lead. Canutillo would fumble on their next drive, and here we are right now. They're going to give that the handoff. That one just hits the deck from the running back. Big hit right there. Andress coming up with that one, and on the next drive, it's Jamari Milton to Avant Clayton on the quick slant for the touchdown. Quick play right there, that offense doing its thing. It's Milton again to his receiver who spins free. Andress, that big play offense, way too much for Canutillo, and in the end, 34-7. And coming up next, we're gonna get you guys that SOT, and we'll hear from Marco Chavez, the head coach of the Chapin Huskies, after the break. Oh well. Welcome back to ARC Red Zone. The Eastwood Troopers wrapped up the 6A district title a couple of weeks ago, but second place and the better playoff seeding was still up for grab last night over at the SAC, where the 7-2 Franklin Cougars would meet against the 7-2 Pebble Hill Spartans. Both these teams at 4-1 in district play. So let's hop right into those highlights right now. Ernie Powers leading his team out of the tunnel, the nation's second leading rusher. And they be taking on Pebble Hills, a fellow explosive offense of their own. First quarter, Franklin driving. The toss goes to Ernie Powers, who'll cut that one up and into the end zone for the score. Touchdown number 51 on the season for the senior. To the second now, Pebble Hills looking to tie this one up. The Spartans give it to Elijah Pierce, who goes right up the gut and powers his way in for the touchdown. 7-7 on the scoreboard. Later in the second, Lucas Garza takes a downfield shot, and it's perfectly placed into the arms of Santiago Perez as the Cougars regain the lead. Shortly after, it's Powers, the nation's second leading rusher, breaking tackles and taking that one down the sideline to the house. 80 yards on the touchdown, and on that run, Powers breaks the single season rushing record for here in El Paso. A special moment and an incredible season from Ernie Powers. And in the end, Franklin goes on to take this one 28-15, and they take second place in 6A. One more congratulations to Ernie Powers, the new El Paso single season rushing king. Over 3,000 rushing yards this season, 53 total touchdowns so far. Second in the nation in both of those stat categories. An incredible season. And also, big shout out we got to give to that Cougar O-line, making those holes so big for him to run through each and every week. Now we move on to our play of the week. Powers himself has been on this list before, but who takes the cake here tonight? And it comes from our game of the week. Davion Singleton fires to the end zone. How about the catch right there from Corwin Martin? Absolutely sensational. We got to slow this one down to see this Randy Moss-esque catch. Oh my gosh, the defender didn't even know where it was. You know where it was, buddy? In the end zone, in the arms of Corwin Martin. Absolutely spectacular, and what a win it was for Chapin. And we promised we caught up with their head coach, Marco Chavez, and here he is after the game.
These kids, they just never gave up. They kept on believing in each other. They pushed through adversity. Offense went ahead and they just kept on going. Defense, we struggle a little bit there. Like I said, I've been talking about them all week. Offensively, they're tough. They were getting on the roll at the right time. And then finally, we did what we needed to do, get ourselves in field goal position. And we practice that every week. Time running out, we get our kicker out there, and he just went ahead and did what he just executed. So that's exactly what we went ahead and did, and I'm proud of everybody to go ahead and
So an emotional win for Chapin and the Huskies. They now claim a share of the District 1 5A Division II. Bit of a tongue twister right there. They share that with Del Valle and Andrus. All three of those teams now going to the postseason. Also, Hanks, the losing team on that one, they're going to go to the postseason as well. In 6A, Eastwood, they take the crown. They've been dominant. Outside of that loss to St. John Bosco, the #1 team in the country right now, I might add. They have rolled through absolutely everybody, and they storm into the playoffs with tons of confidence. Also, you got to think Franklin behind that running game is going to feel like themselves then too. Then in Division 1 5A, District 1, El Dorado, they take the cake, and behind that explosive offense of their own. In that one, all four teams, Bel Air, Parkland, and Americas, make the postseason with only 4 in that district. So all 4 of them moving on to the postseason. And then down in 4A, we got Isleta taking the crown, Riverside coming in second place. Anyway, next week we got playoffs coming up. We'll be there. See you guys then.